Hello, welcome back to Let's Race Grand Prix Legends, and it's been a while, but we're back here finally, able to do more of these videos, and trying to wrap up the 1965 F1 season here. And so we are here at the 4th ever Mediterranean Grand Prix. So of course the non-championship round coming from the Nürburgring. Looking towards the end of the season, we still got Monza's next after this. The United States Grand Prix and the Mexican Grand Prix, but for right now we're doing this final non-championship round during the season. There is one after the season ends, and that one will be a bit different, and we'll talk to it when we get to it, and talk about it when we get to it. But so today we're here at the Mediterranean Grand Prix at the Enna-Pergusa circuit in Sicily, so southern Italy, not far from, well, same country as where we're going to be racing in Monza. Monza's obviously in the north, and Sicily is in the south. It's a beautiful track, circles a lake. We'll talk about the track in a second, but it's super fast. Very quintessentially Italian, especially in the 1960s. In today's race, we'll be looking at the real race was run over 60 laps, and Joe Siffert won from Jim Clark by just 0.3 of a second, so 0.3. Very close finish here, and you'll see as we're doing the race, this track is very quick. A lot of slipstreaming, and slipstreaming is going to be key to getting a victory here today. So we'll not care about the points championship right now, but we know we have kind of a three-way battle between John Surtees, Jim Clark, and Graham Hill. We'll see. A lot of the drivers are absent today. You can see right now, just looking at the grid, it's a pretty small grid. But it should be an interesting race nonetheless. Might not be the most happenings during the race, but it should be fun anyway to race around the super quick track. So when we take a look at the circuit, and you see here it's a 2.9 mile circuit, 5 turns, all right-handers, kind of like a reverse oval, since most ovals go to the left-hand turns. This is all right-handers, and some of them are varying tightness. So there's really 2 corners you really have to brake for: this Curveone and Curva del Cancello. This last one especially is very easy to run out wide, so it'll be crucial to get a good line through there. And this Zagaria tight right-hand corner, very quick kind of flick. I don't know if I'll be able to go flat out, maybe towards the end of the race when we get really light on fuel, but just a little lift of the throttle, and other than that, the track's flat out. So getting a good start and getting matched up with somebody will be really important to having a good race. When we take a look at the starting grid then, Jim Clark got the pole from Jack Brabham. Mike Spence in 3rd in the other Lotus, and then on the second row I'm starting in 4th on the inside. It's a good starting spot for me. You can see I'm pretty close in time to Mike Spence and Jack Brabham, but Jim Clark's definitely got the edge on us, so it'll be interesting to see if I'll have anything for him. Maybe if I can get in his slipstream, I'll be able to stay with him. And as you can see, only 10 cars, pretty small grid. Probably not tons of action going to happen. We'll see what it is. It's going to be an interesting race. The real race didn't have many cars either. A lot of teams opting out before the Italian Grand Prix, kind of get things together. So why don't we get started with this Mediterranean Grand Prix and see what happens here. So here we are sitting on the grid, second row here. Should be a tight start, I'm thinking. Flag is up. Down, and we're underway. Getting boxed in here behind Jim Clark. Lost a lot of revs. It's important here. Almost missing my shift there. We're getting squeezed down. Bonnier. And another car goes to the outside, so lots of position changes here, as now we're working down these long straightaways here in gradual corners. We'll come up to this first kind of braking corner. I'm up on the inside here, I think. Yeah, I can just see the wheel. Bonnier. Let him slide in front of me. Tuck in right behind. Try to get the draft. I can't see anybody directly on my tail. It's crucial here to try to get as good of a draft as you can. And through that tight flick, off into the grass. And just touching the left rear with Bonnier there. Shift Shifting down into 4th gear now for this final corner. Very slow coming out of it. Probably should have chose 3rd. I'll remember that for next time around. Coming to complete the first of 9 laps now. Pretty quick track. Shouldn't be too long of a race. Just try to give it everything I can. Lost a few positions there on the start, definitely, though. Not the best start. Being boxed in by Jim Clark. Drafting Bonnier now. If there's room to shoot up the inside here. And he's able to outbrake me, but he's running a little wide. Have to get back on the gas before him, and he slots in behind. Just make up the spot on Bonnier there. I'm chasing down. I'm not sure who this is. Might be Eamon. Got stuck behind him during qualifying at the Nürburgring. Through the flick again. A little more tidy this time, not getting on the grass, but definitely quicker than Eamon coming out of it. Let's see if I can get to the inside going to this final corner here. He's able to outbrake me. Shift it down into 3rd. Trying to run too wide. I'm getting held up. Eamon sliding the car, not going as quickly as I wanted to. You can see the cars in front of me working in a pack. This track to me seems like super speedway racing in America. You have those fast ovals. The cars can't really lose contact with one another because they really need the draft to go at optimal speed. And it's kind of the same here. You can see the pack of cars in front not really losing contact. There's not really any room to drive quicker than someone else. It's all about the draft. But I'm feeling like I have a fast car here. Catch back up, maybe make a few moves. It's been a long season so far, still haven't won anything. Through the flick. Running under the grass. A little too wide, maybe out of driving practice. It's been a while. Able to keep it together though, luckily. This isn't such a demanding track, so the walls aren't extremely close. Through the final corner here, up into 5th gear. I'm definitely closing in on Sifford in front. Of course, he's the real winner of the event. Doesn't look like he's much of a challenge today for that. The tough thing about the draft is sometimes other drivers will be driving a line that you're not really comfortable with, but to get the most speed out of the car, you're going to have to adapt to what they're driving. And the same goes for them. If you get in front of them, they'll have to adapt to how you want to drive, so it can lead to some interesting situations. Here to the fast flick, try to watch the outside again. Be a little more cautious through there than last time. Down into 3rd here, getting an excellent power out. I'm right on Sifford now. Really any room behind here, having to play with the throttle, trying not to close in too much. You can see lead swapping in front. That's what I want them to do. As long as they're passing each other, let me catch up. Looking at Sifford here, maybe come to the outside. He's going to block it. I'm trying to bring it to the inside coming out here. He's not having it. Through the fast flick, back off a little bit. You don't want to have any sort of contact through there. Yeah, and easily able to take him on the inside on the way out. He's to the outside of me still. Oh, and he might have made contact with the wall there. Running a little wide through that final corner. I call it the final corner, it's not really. It's the final braking corner of the track. Okay, now sitting back here. Got past Siffert. In 5th place now. Or 4th place, I think. I'll check my pit board, but I can only see 3 cars in front. 4th place sounds pretty good, but when there's only 10 cars in the race, not terrific. Let's take a look at the pit board here. P4, 4 laps to go. It's a lap of position. We'll see if I'm able to catch up to the cars in front. It's going to be quite the task. Especially I can see 1 car in the lead, and I'm going to guess it's Jim Clark. Being the lone Ferrari in this race, I want to put in a good result. Looking forward to 1966. Definitely making up a lot of time through that fast kink. Breaking down into 4th now. Keeping it in 4th that time, I think I'm getting a pretty good pull off the corner, the lower revs. Just 3 laps to go now. And of course, this is such a different world from the Nürburgring. Remember in our last race, if I can remember back that far as well, such a just demanding track, and this one, may not be as demanding of a circuit, but definitely a lot of different skills need to be used to race well here. You need to have full confidence at running at high speeds. I can only imagine in the future, with the increased engine size, this track's going to be quite the challenge. Of course, a staple on the Formula 2 calendar as well. Fast flick again, just missing the apex there, running a little wide onto the grass. Not as bad as that one time though. And I don't know if I'm making really enough time on these 2 guys, just 2 laps to go. I don't know if I'm making enough time on them to catch them by the end of the race or not. That's my bad start there. Getting boxed in behind Jim Clark, and the revs weren't quite up high enough for me to get a good pull there. Probably should have pushed the clutch back in and tried to kind of push the revs up myself. You live and learn though. It's still my rookie season. Got time to improve. Sitting, I think, 5th in the points right now. It's not too bad for your rookie season. Through the kink again. Getting a little closer to the apex that time. Nearly flat out. Definitely the tires are nice and warm. I am closing in. Just 1 lap to go, I think. What am I going to be able to do? Looks like Mike Spence is in 2nd there, and right behind him, not sure who yet. Oh, I'm running onto the grass, a little sloppy. All I can hope is that they try to pass for position. Just looking to the inside. If they try to pass each other, I might be able to gain some time. Maybe make a move with them. I'm really not quite close enough, but getting a good run out of this corner. Just hold our breath here that something happens. You get a podium. Through the flick. having to lift out, but getting a good run out of it. Coming towards the final corner. If I only had one more lap. Not going to make any sort of bonsai maneuver up the inside. Car getting a little out of shape with the downshift. Not what I needed. And coming to the line. It's Jack Bratham in front of me, trying to make the pass. Not able to do it. Cross the line. Finish 4th. Jim Clark way ahead. Nothing I could do about that there. Mediterranean Grand Prix though, almost picking up the podium from Jack Brabham right at the end. But not that bad of a race. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I haven't really done many races here before, in the sim of course, and it's a new track. Just done a couple, kind of practice races and F2 and such, and it's a fun track actually. I know this track's still around today. It's pretty much the same. It goes around the lake still, obviously, but has chicanes throughout it. Slow the cars down, so it kind of loses some of its super speedway type feel. Got Siffert coming up behind me here. Good race with him. We fist up. So next off, we're up to going to the Italian Grand Prix. Of course, at Monza. This was good practice for it. Very similar driving style Monza, of course, especially in the 60s. Ultra fast track. No slow sections, really. You get the Lesmos, which are probably the slowest part, but definitely a test of who can keep their foot in the throttle. So past Siffert Peck, going into the pit lane. Crawling here. We'll park the car and get out and just check the final result. Pretty impressed with the race, especially after taking such a long break. It was nice to just have a kind of a solid race. Had one little scary incident through the kink. Other than that, it wasn't too bad. Axel's in there. Put it in neutral. Get out of the car here. Alright, check the final results. Alright, so we see Jim Clark wins. With the Lotus, of course. With Mike Spence and Jack Brabham right in front of me. We finished so close. Me and Jack Brabham. Joe Siffert right behind me, obviously making the big pass on him, and Eamon as well. So that was Eamon, I was right, in the non-factory Lotus team. Looking down, we had two issues here. An accident for Denny Holm, which I didn't see. I'm not sure where that was. And then a coolant problem from Frank Gardner. That's going to happen on these fast tracks where the engines are always flat out. I had to be careful for my engine temperature. And Monza will be the same. So anyway, that's this video. I hope you guys liked it. Hopefully we'll be able to make more of these more quickly and get on with my driving career here. So I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and tell me what I can do to improve this video, and I'll see you next time.